my dear students. Now we are going to discuss probability. So, in our chapter, introductions of the probability are in everyday life we come across statements such as it will probably rain today. I doubt that he will pass the test. Most probably, chances, chance. So, we know that the meaning of the words. Now we are going to relate these words to the probability mathematics. So for that, probably, so chance, most probably, these are the different meaning gives in English alphabets. But here we are going to discuss the chance or probability by using the numbers. So for that, we can predict the answers, but not possible to give the surety. So we can predict means we can give anyone answer. This is the chance for the trial. The trial is it may be tossing the coin or throwing the dice. Suppose you are going to toss the single coin, probably that is chance. That is most probably. This is the meaning of the probability. Probability is here head or tail. Possible chances. So one can give surely it's head. Another one may be tail. But not possible to predict or not possible to give any surety about head, only the chance, or tail is the only the chance. It may be tail or head. So this is the meaning of the probably, doubt, or most probably, chances or chance. So now you may throw the dice. In the dice you have a numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Most probably we can give most probably 1, most probably 2, most probably 3, like that only we can give the answer. So chances may be occur. Not possible to give any surety about the numbers 1 to 6. So here we are going to deal such type of cases, the probability. Okay. So for that, how to write mathematically the chances. This thing is given. Okay, in our chapter. For that, probability is given such type of Boscal and Fermat. Now you have activity 1, that is take any coin, toss it 10 times and note down the number of times a head and a tail comes up. Record your observation in the form of the following table. Number of times the coin is tossed 10, number of times head comes up, it may be 5 times or 4 times or 2 times or no, nothing, that is 0. Number of times tails come up, that is remaining. If you have 4 times head, remaining 6 times tail. Just avoid that unexpected things. Just we need answer head or tail. Using the head, number of times just note down in the second column, and the number of tail note down in the third column. Write down the values of the following, that is number of times a head comes up divided by total number of times the coin is tossed. Similarly, number of times a tail comes up divided by total number of times the coin is tossed. That is total number of time the coin is tossed is 10, number of time answers, substitute to answers, right? So this is the meaning of the probability here. Now the second activity, divide the class into groups of 2 or 3 students. Let a student in each group toss a coin 15 times. Another student in each group should record the observation regarding heads and tail. Now you need to write the answers in the blackboard group. First you have 3 group, 4 group, like that. Number of heads, the number of tails. So 15 times you toss, you have answers 3 and 12. So your answers, cumulative number of heads divided by total number of times the coin is tossed. That is number of heads 3, answer 3 by 15, number of tail no 12 by 15. Next second group, you have answer 7 and 8, cumulative. So cumulative means divide, you have 15 no, so another group also tried 15 times, so that's why 15 plus 15. First group tossed 15 times, second group also tossed 15 times. For first group answer had 3, second group answer 7, that's why 7 plus 3 10, 15 plus 15 30. Similarly for tail, 12 tails and 8 tails, so 12 plus 8, it is 15 plus 15, 20 divided by 30, like that you can record the table. So these all are the activities, so you just take these activities like that. Next activity, throw a die 20 times and note down the number of times the numbers die. So for that number of times the die is thrown 20 times. What are the answers you have? For the appearance of 1, how many times you need to write in the particular column, and number of time 2, number of time 3, number of time 4, number of time 5, number of time 6. So this thing you need to write in the particular table. So this is one of the activities, so like that you can note down the answers. Now our probabilities, number of times one turn up divided by total number of times the die is thrown, that is total number of die is thrown is 20, and the number of times, that is your answer, you filled the answer in the table, so that's a number of times one turn up. This thing you need to write. Similarly for 2, 3, 5, 4, 5 and 6 you can note down. So this thing it's in also the activities, right? So the same thing you can write in cumulative things. Total number of times a die is thrown in a group, so first group, second group, third group, like that. Cumulative number of times one turn up, total number of times the die is thrown. So suppose you have 15 times you are going to toss this thing in your coin, but here you have die, you need to use die. For the total number of times a die is thrown, 5 times, 10 times or 15 times. For first group suppose 10 times. Now the appearance of 1, it may be 2 time or 3 time or 4 time. Write down the probability form. Suppose 3 time means 3 divided by 10. For the second group, similarly just use the die and throw the die up to 10 times. Note down number of times one appear. So you have 1 4 time means, now the cumulative number of times one turn up is 3 plus 4, that is 7 divided by 10 plus 10. For the first group 10 times, second group 10 times, that's why 10 plus 10, so 7 by 20. Similarly for third one answer 5 time means or 6 time means you need to write. Similarly you can note down all the group answers, cumulative answers also you can write. Right. Now toss 2 coins simultaneously, 2 coins 10 times, and record your observation in of the table given below. Number of times the 2 coins are tossed 10 times. Number of times no head comes up, that is in both coin your answer is tail. You have tail, so that's why number of times no head comes up, so you need to note down. In both coin tail appears, no, this is thing you need to note down. Next, number of times one head comes up, number of times one head comes up, that is one head and one tail in any one head in any one coin. This thing you just note down in your number of times one head comes up. Suppose first coin tail, second coin head, you need to note down for a first trial. Suppose in a third trial or fourth trial or any one trial, any one throw, first coin head, second coin tail, you need to note down in second column. So your answer should be, that is head in any one coin, it's your success. Both are tail, that is no head, you need to note down in first column. Number of times two heads comes up, number of times two heads comes up, two heads means two head, both are head, that is we can tell in another way, no tail, or both are head. So in both kind you should get the answer head. So this thing is also note down in here. You can write the in a probability way, a equal to number of times no head comes up, that is first column answer divided by 10. Then b equal to second column answer divided by 10. C equal to third column answer divided by 10. Right, these were answers. So like that you can write your thing. This is the important point. Let n be the total number of trials. The empirical probability of E of an event is happening is given by P of E equal to number of trials in which the event happened divided by the total number of trials. This is the important point of the probability. This is the empirical probability, that is we can note down probability of event, that is probability of E. Right. Now you are going to start the example. A coin is tossed 1000 times with the following frequency, that is 1000 times you are getting head 455 times, tail 545 times. Now compute the probability for each event. So for that, the probability of E equal to number of heads divided by total number of trials. So further, how to write the answers? Since the coin is tossed 1000 times, no, it should write in denominator. Now let us call the events of getting head and getting tail as E and F respectively. Then the number of times E happens, that is the number of times head comes up. That is probability of E word, that is the probability of E. It's nothing but P of E. That is probability of E equal to number of heads divided by total number of trials. So P of E equal to 455 divided by 1000, you need to write 0.455. Right. Similarly, the probability of the event of getting tail, number of tails divided by total number of trials. So probability of F, that is failure, that is probability of getting tail. Your success is head means the appearance of tail is failure. So you can write probability of E plus probability of F. That is probability of F is nothing but number of tails divided by number of trials. Probability of F equal to 0.545. Note the example above, P of E plus P of F. Add the both answers, you can get 1. So E and F are the only two possible outcomes of the each trial. So don't consider the unexpected things. Your answer, you need to get your answers only head or tails. You just once again note down your answers. P of E answer 0.455, it's less than 1. Similarly, P of F answer also 0.545, it's also less than 1. You may consider the number your denominator always greater than the numerator, because the denominator indicated number of trials. Your answer should be equal to number of trials or less than trials. So the suppose you are going to toss a coin two times, no, so divided by 2. In both time you are getting head. So success means both time probability of head is 2 by 2, that is answer 1. Suppose it's getting one head and another time it's trail. So for head only one time occurs, so 1 by total number of trail is 2, means 1 by 2. So your answer is 0.5. So here you have 0.5 or 1, it's this is the less than 1 value, so in all time you can note down your activity 1 2 3 4, in all time you can note down your answer is always less than 1. This is the meaning. And you can study that another one also, probability of E plus probability of, that is probability of success plus probability of failure, probability of getting head, probability of getting tail, two chances only. So your addition is 1, so total probability is 1. So what things you can analyze? First one important point, probability answers always less than 1, that is maximum value 1, right? You are going to write a number getting success in numerator, numbers are nothing, so nothing means 0, so 0 by anything 0, so minimum probability 0, maximum probability 1, so our probability always lies between 0 to 1, and total probability always 1. So it never going to change anywhere throughout your life. Two coins are tossed simultaneously 500 times, and we getting two heads 105 times and one head 275 times, no head 120 times. What thing you can analyze from this? Two head, both coin you are getting two heads 105 times. One head for the first coin or the second coin you are getting one head. It's in your one head answer, that is 270 times, 275 times you are getting. No head, in both coin you are getting two tails, it's your third answer, that is 120 times. Now you are going to write this thing in probability form. Let denote the event of getting two heads, one head and no head by E1 E2 and E3. Okay, so for the probability of E1 equal to 105, that is two head, probability of two head or probability of E1 equal to 105 by 500, answer 0.21. Next, P of E2, probability of one head, that is 275 divided by 500, that is 0.55. Probability of E3, that is probability of no head, so 120 divided by 500, 0.24, right? In all observation, P of E1, P of E2, P of E3 summation, that is P of E1 plus P of E2 plus P of E3 equal to 1. This thing you need to write. Right. Now example 3. A die is thrown 1000 times with the frequencies of for the outcomes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as given in the following table. Outcomes of 1 179 times, outcomes of 2 150 times, like that. Outcome of 6 190 times. This thing is given. Now solution, find the probability of getting each outcome, that is probability of 1, probability of 2, probability of 3, probability of 4, probability of 5, probability of 6. So here EI comes from 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, this thing is given here. Now probability of the outcome equal to probability of E1, probability of first E1, no, that is E1, second E1 E2, third E1 E3, like that. You are getting the, you are giving the differences of probability of first and probability of second and third, like that. P of E1, so P of E1 equal to frequency of 1 divided by total number of, that is probability of 1, probability of the outcome 1 is probability of the frequency number of times getting 1 divided by total number of times the die is thrown. This is frequency of 1 divided by total number of times the die is thrown. So 179 divided by 1000, you need to write in a decimal answer, that is 0.179. Now similarly probability of E2 equal to number of 2 occurs 150 times, so 150 divided by 1000. Number of 3 occurs 157, so 157 divided by 1000, right, as in decimal form. Now probability of E4 149 times, 149 divided by 1000. Probability of E5 175 divided by 1000 time. Probability of 6 190, that is 190 divided by 1000.19. Now note that add all the probability, that is probability of first event, that is 1, probability of E1 plus probability of E2 plus probability of E3 plus probability of E4 plus probability of E5 plus probability of E6 is 1. Summation, add all the decimal value, you can write the value 1. So total probability, the total probability 1. So also note that the probability of each event lies between 0 and 1. This thing I am already given. So your decimal answers note down, always less than 1 and also greater than 0. So lies between, that is 0 to 1. Lies between 0 to 1, or answers always less than 1 and greater than 0. This is the meaning of lies between, right. Sum of all the probability is 1, that is total probability. But E1 to E6 cover all the possible outcomes of a trials. E1 to E6, that outcomes either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Other than this not possible. That's why the outcomes, all the outcomes comes under E1 to E6. That is given. Now on one page of a telephone directory, there were 200 telephone numbers. The frequency distribution of their unit place digit, for example, in the number 258, like that given. The unit place digit, there is first number, right side and right hand, first number 3 is given in table. Right. Digit 0, that number in phone dictionary, the number 0 ends 22 times and 1 26 times, like that to 9, no, 0 to 9 or single digit, 0 to 9 only possible, 20 times is given. Now without looking at the page, the pencil is placed on one of these numbers, that is the number of chosen at random. What is the probability that the digit it in its until place is 6? You need to note down the word random. Random. So what is the meaning of random? So random means there is no prediction, random choice. Suppose you have color balls, suppose 5 color balls or 10 color balls in a box. Without looking your box, you are going to choose any one color without looking. So without looking you are going to choose any one color, or without, or you are going to toss a coin without any disturbance, you are going to get the answer. That answer, it may be head or tail, no. Similarly for choosing a color also, any color, suppose 5 color it's in the box, you are going to choose without any prediction or without looking. So now not possible to predict, or you are not going to choose any one individual color. Similarly, you are going to throw a die without any prediction. So you can get any one answer. This is the meaning of random. So random choice, right? So in a telephone directory, random choice. This is the meaning of probability. Now you are going to write the possibilities, probability, chance. What is the chance? So here you have answers, no. From this you can predict 1 appears how many times, 2 appears how many times, 3 appears how many times. By using this you can predict. This is the chances we can accept the number. This is the possible, like that. So next time also you can judge this is the possibilities because this is the more possibilities are there, like that you can judge. Similarly here, the probability of digit 6 being in the unit place, that is frequency of 6 divided by total number of selected telephone numbers. So 200 total number of selected 200 numbers. So total is 200. The 6 appears 14 times. That is 14 divided by 200. Without looking at the place here, what is the probability that the digit in its unit place is 6? That is 14 divided by 200. Similarly, what is the probability that the digit in its unit place is 8? So 16 by 200 is the answer. Suppose its unit digit is 9. So your probability of getting 9, no? 20 divided by 200. Suppose 0. So 22 divided by 200, like that. Here only one question is asked. What is the probability of that the digit in its unit place is 6? That is 6. Here 14 times. So 14 divided by 200. Now, the record of a weather station shows that out of the past 250 consecutive days, its weather forecast were correct 175 times. What is the probability that on a given day it was correct? What is the probability that not correct on a given day? The total number of days outcome is the probability of the forecast was correct on a given day. So already you know that today possibly you can get the rain. No, today no rain. Like that our government announced something. So that rainy day means it possibly rain or not rain. So you have rain on the day it matched. Suppose it mismatched. How many days it matched about the announcement and the real thing is the forecast was correct on a given day. So the announcement and things are happened. Both are same means it's correct. No, that is correct. That is number of days when the forecast was correct divided by total number of days for which is the record is available. That is thing is given no 175. That is total number of days 250. So 175 divided by 250 is the answer. Now first question, what is the probability that it's given 175 divided by 250? So this after cancellation this you can write 0.7. Second one, what is the probability that it was not correct on a given day? Not correct how many days? Remaining days only. Out of 250, 175 days. Okay, remaining days 250 minus 175. No, so that is 75. Remaining days it fails. That is not correct. That is thing is given. So the forecast was not correct on a given day. 75 days out of 250, 75 days. That is 75 divided by 250.3. Notice that forecast was correct on a given day plus forecast was not correct on a given day. Probability is 0.7 plus 0.3 equal to 1. So this is the probability. Right. Thank you.